Hello again. First video on my new phone. Oh yes. So new phone arrived yesterday. Spent most of the evening setting it up. Still not completely how I want it. Need some more sound set up on it. But we'll get there. Here's a quick shot of when it arrived and I opened it. So you can see what one it is. Pixel Pro 7. Just thought I'd film the arrival of the new phone. The new build phone Teignmouth for all the videos. It says hi there. And it says it's great to meet me. And there we are, that's what we'll be filming on from now on once I get it all set up. So this is the plan then. I'm going to have a little quick walk today and play with the phone, in all honesty. Try out a few different settings, try out a few different modes, try out a couple of different zooms. Yeah, nothing particularly special. Obviously I'll be talking to you lot like I normally do, but if all of a sudden I start talking about zooms and that, I'm talking to myself really, so when I watch it back I know what I was doing at the time. But everything will be back to normal soon. Does have a nicer zoom though. Let's just try an experiment, okay? A couple of people there in the distance. This is 1x zoom. This is 2x zoom. There they are by that shed. And this is 5x zoom. Now if you notice it sort of clicked into focus, that's because this is optical zoom. Back to twice zoom. Oh, not going to let me do that. Right, okay, back to 1 zoom. No, not going to let me do that. So I can't zoom out to the settings. Right, okay. Now I know. I zoom out manually. Oh, zoom in more. Ah. That's quite impressive, isn't it? Hello, what are you looking at? Oh yes. That's a nice zoom. I like that. Oh, I do. There's a Mr. Robin come to have his photo taken. Oh, bye-bye. Hopefully the stabilisation is as good as on the other one. No reason why it should be worse. Actually, it looks pretty smooth just from what I'm seeing on the phone now. Plus it's got a bigger screen so I can actually see what I'm doing. Before I was just pointing and thinking, like, that's the direction, and filming like that. Now I can actually look down and sort of say, oh yes, there we are, that's what I'm doing, you know, that's what I'm capturing. Two times zoom, which I don't think is actually optical, I think it's software generated. I know the 5x zoom is optical because that's the selling point. I think I'm getting the hang of the zoom now. In as far as I don't press and hold it like my old phone, I just tap it. Now that's 1x. 5x. Twice. Oh no, I didn't go that time. 1 time. Yay! And so it's just a tap, not a hold. Still, like I say, this is playing my phone. This is me learning. All good. Now don't worry, I'm not going to suddenly go zoom mad on this channel and everything's going to be zoom this and zoom out and in and out, in and out. But like I say, I am playing with the phone, so it's our favourite dog dip. It's dry, or nearly dry. Can't dip your dog today. A lot of undipped dogs knocking around now. Oh dear. Just check in on the actual orchard part now. See how that's doing while we're up here. Oh. Grass has been mowed around the edges. See by the lines. And we have a bit of blossom on the trees. Lovely. Lovely wildflowers are going to come up there. Well, they're coming up now, but imagine it when it's, well, you'll see it when it's done. Really do feel like you're in someone's private garden here, but it's not. It is a public place, public orchard. So definitely worth a visit if you're up this way. Or just come up Dawlish Road and pull into the Rowdens, and it's the end of the Rowdens basically. That was a macro lens. Only works on photo, so it doesn't do video, but that's understandable. I mean, it's a good phone, but it's not something out of the space age. Okay, I'm actually using the wide angle lens now. I'm kind of zoomed out a little bit. This is the wide angle and this is normal angle. That's what it normally is. But for some reason I can't tap to get back to that wide angle. It doesn't let me just do a tap. I can tap to go to 2, I can tap to go to 5, I can tap to go back to 1, but I can't tap. Oh, I've just done it. So it does work. This is me again. I've got to learn what I'm doing. This is just me looking for something on the screen, so ignore this shot. Anyway, let's go and head back down, well, down through the top of Mules Park, if you know what I mean, back down towards the Eastcliff and the seawall. Then we'll go and see what this phone can really do with the important stuff, which is taking shots of trains coming past, because we all know that's what we want to do really. So there we go. This is the wide angle lens. Get a little bit more of the scene in. New puddle appeared in the middle of this sort of field by the path. Wouldn't want to step into that if it was longer grass, and I decided to take a shortcut down to there. Still, it's nature, isn't it? It's not a pothole. Pothole, innit, eh? Potholes, yeah. Actually, a little bit of a shame there isn't a breeze today. I know it sounds ridiculous, considering I'm going, it's too windy, too windy, too windy. But this apparently has this feature where you go somewhere windy and you get the wind, but when you talk, it cancels out the wind and picks up your voice. Some AI sort of technology, I've no idea really, but really need somewhere windy where I can do a couple of shots back to back and side by side and then see whether or not they do seem to do it. But I expect it does. Seems to have done everything else it's promised so far. Everything's working lovely on it. Yeah, I think this has got pretty good stabilisation by the picture on the screen. When I click, well, before I click the record, it sort of bounces up and down with me. When I click the record, it sort of goes dead still. Not dead still, but you know, noticeable. But then again, I barely see the screen on my other phone, so I wouldn't know if that one did the same. Nice shot, isn't it? There we go, might make that my thumbnail. This is 20 zoom, looking across the shoulder. Obviously not crystal clear, don't expect it. But not too bad either. That's like 5 times zoom on my old phone. Let's zoom back out, hopefully in one touch, to where I'm shooting from. Compare them. Here we are, we're onto a wide angle lens now, so you can see how zoomed in I was, which wasn't too bad. No, quite pleased with that. Not going to use it all the time, going around 20 times zoom, but good to know it's there. That's the Eastcliff walkway. Well, not walkway, but the walkway as opposed to the way through the park. Just Eastcliff Walk. You're just messing about with the phone, don't worry about that. Well, I think I've found my bit of wind, especially down on the observation deck in a minute. But I'm still up, believe it or not, taking this shot from Mules Park. Wow. Now I've turned speech enhancement on now, so I don't know if it's going to make a difference. I'll probably turn it off again before I get down to the train, so when a train comes by, because it may like take the noise of the train out. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. This is all experiments. Only way to do it.
Yes, sure that.
Okay, 5 zoom. Two zoom. And back out to 1. Wide angle. That was a random macro shot because I wanted to try something out. Muscle memory certainly comes into it because I keep tapping on the back to unlock the fingerprint sensor, and I haven't got one on the back of this one, it's on the front instead. It's on the screen. Well, that was kind of a speed test for how quick I could get the phone out of my pocket. Another one of my sort of classic shots, which I'm trying to get a little bit of, things I shoot a lot of, often, so I can compare them. Back to the wide angled lens now, with a longer shot, more distance to it. Now just to do the opposite, we're going to zoom in 20 times on the tunnel and see what that looks like on the screen. Not quite focusing in, is it? That's alright, we know, we'll learn. 10 times zoom. 5 times zoom. 2 times zoom. 1 time zoom. Wide angle. Toot toot, happy train, yay! Gonna head back now. Got to pop into town, do a bit of shopping at the co-op. Okay, first then and now on the new phone. Team Bean over there. You see the raised wall where they're all standing, and that little fences. Right, well I can't get up there to line it up exactly because it would be all the tables are there. But imagine I'm where those tables are there, and I'm looking that way towards the posts at the end, the pillars at the end, down that way. And we're even going to do something different, is to turn the phone up like this because this matches the photo. Here we go. I'll put the date on it if I've got it. Wolves Ice Cream, I think that was, if I remember the picture correctly. Anyway, we'll see how that came out. Building next to the Thornhill is having a new resurfacing. All the facing is coming off, showing some of the original brickwork. Interesting. Now I didn't say anything in yesterday's video about it because I wanted to confirm, have a look, but I thought Franco's Italian looked rather bare, and I peeped through the window and everything was sort of missing, so I thought either they're closed permanently or they're doing some sort of refurb. So I checked on Google and it came up as closed permanently. So that's the end of Franco's Italian by the look of things. It's a shame. Here we are filming the window. It's normally got loads of decorations in it. Yeah, there we go. Another one bites the dust. There goes the bus shelter being taken down. Maybe it's been replaced, maybe it's just gone for good. Who knows? We'll find out in good time, I expect. I was only hiding under that bus shelter the other day when it was raining. Crazy. Those glass items are in Cheeky Rachel, just over there. They're golf balls. Well, there we go. With that, another walk comes to an end. Bit of a strange one. I say I've been playing with my phone really. Don't worry, it's not going to be like this from now on, where I'm constantly saying, oh, I'm doing this zoom, I'm doing that zoom. That's just today, that's just for me. It's all good. Anyway, normal service resumed tomorrow. Probably off in the Polysteps direction unless something else comes up. And all good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And well, that's great. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.